The students showed
Good
up.
afternoon, everybody, and welcome to LaSalle College High School for a home playoff game. It is the 8-seeded LaSalle Explorers against the 9-seeded Archbishop Ryan Raiders. Should be a terrific game here this afternoon. Excited for it and glad that you're alongside us this afternoon. Let's bring you now inside the broadcast booth. Bob Long, Pat Burkhead alongside. Alex Shevchuk will be with us here shortly. As we take a look here at the floor, Alex, you would not know that this is a 4:30 on a Tuesday afternoon, but here we are. A full student section, a pretty packed alumni area as well. And it's the first time since 2019 that there's been a home playoff game at this venue. It's special. It's 64 minutes from the palestra for one of these two teams. What does that mean?
Yeah, I think this means a lot to this LaSalle team. Obviously, the student section shows up all the time on Silent Night, but it's cool to see them here tonight. They make this game even more special for the Explorers. If LaSalle wins, they're one game away from the palestra, and that's a pretty big accomplishment for this team. If they can win the next two games and we see them in the palestra, I think that'd be awesome for Coach Ryan Ansel in his second season.
It sure would be, and Archbishop Ryan has those same dreams. A team that was in the Catholic League Championship game just last year. A lot of seniors on that team have moved on to the next level. Thomas Sorber, chief among them, now dominating at Georgetown and a potential first-round draft pick. Darren Williams was in that group as well. Last time they were in a pre-palestra game in terms of Catholic League playoffs, Darren Williams hit an elbow jumper to take down then 4-seed St. Joe's Prep. And so this is a team from a culture standpoint that knows how to win games like this. A coach in Joe Zaglinski, second leading scorer in the program's history as a player, and certainly one of the great coaches in its program's history. He does a great job. He's a tactician, and he is able to get guys in position to succeed. This will be a challenge here, though, this afternoon. What do you think is the key matchup? And let's start on the LaSalle side.
I think the key matchup is going to be Nick Parisi on Brandon Russell. Nick Parisi was sick on Sunday, and he's back today. They're both two of the top scorers in the PCL, and it's fun to watch both of them. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Raiders guard Parisi and how LaSalle responds by guarding Brandon Russell.
Yeah, Nick Parisi was under the weather on Sunday. Great for LaSalle fans to see him back. And here's Alex Shevchuk with us here. You're doing everything. You're concierge, you're cameraman, you're color commentator. I don't know how you do it. Let's go to you. Key matchup, Patrick Burkhead said, the scoring threat of Brandon Russell against the scoring threat of Nick Parisi. What say you?
I mean, yeah, Bob, and I'd say the same exact thing. Both arguably the best scorers in the PCL. Brandon Russell, very scored, can do whatever he'd like on that dribble. But when he did play LaSalle last time, we know how he played, not the way he wanted to. Got into some foul trouble and was playing sick like Nick Parisi is today. So maybe they might switch off.
Take a break here, come back on the other side. Introductions coming up next on Bob Long Sports.
Show you a better way to spend your state income taxes and get the money to where it's needed the most to the thousands of qualified kids.
What we like about Blocks is they really know where the need is.
This program ensures that their dollars come 100% into these kids for their tuition assistance.
If you are able, Blocks makes the EITC piece go very quickly and very smoothly.
Turn your PA State tax liability into need-based scholarships and receive a 90% tax credit.
Sports fans, welcome to Gentili's. Before the game or after the game, you don't have to travel far anymore. Come out to Gentili's Pizza in Exton for the best cheesesteaks and pizza you'll ever eat in your life, and I guarantee it. Let me take you inside and show you what we're all about. I mean, come on, look at that cheesesteak. Sliced ribeye, sauteed fried onions on a beautiful Karanji seeded roll. Cooper sharp cheese. That, my friends, is a slam dunk. So come to Gentili's for your best cheesesteak that you ever had in your life. And this is the Charlie Pizza, got Pecorino Romano. And we top it off with a little hot honey. Gentili's Pizza, Exton, PA. Can't wait to see you after the game.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue. Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dumpy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dumpyford.com.
Come experience the Dumpy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. Lots to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interests? Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Meet David and Kay May, a dynamic team with a shared mission to help you turn your real estate dreams into reality. What sets them apart? Their wealth of experience, combined with a genuine passion for guiding clients every step of the way. They believe everyone deserves personalized attention, fair treatment, and expert advice throughout the process, ensuring your journey is smooth and successful. David and Kay May go above and beyond to meet your needs.
Stand by. An afternoon matinee to get the Philadelphia Catholic League postseason underway. Can't ask for much more here. An 8 versus 9 seeded matchup between LaSalle in the white and Archbishop Ryan in the black. Bob Long, Alex Shevchuk, Pat Burkhead alongside. Starters for LaSalle: Nick Neary, Nick Parisi, Joey O'Brien, Will Bear, and Hayes Altamari. For Archbishop Ryan, Matt Johnson. Brandon Russell, leading scorer for Archbishop Ryan. Mark Anthony Gallagher gets a touch of the basketball right there. Malik Hughes, the junior. Samaj Stone is the 5th starter. He'll wear number 13 here this afternoon, and that's Stone with a touch. Good defense there in the post by Nick Neary. Mark Anthony Gallagher has really started to heat up as the year has gone along, but that one went begging.
Some nice defense to start off the game for the Explorers here, forcing a nice pull-up shot.
And I thought that last time out against Cardinal O'Hara in a must-win game without the leading scorer, Nick Parisi, I thought it was LaSalle's best defensive output of the year.
And yeah, and that one notable in the matchup there is obviously Malik Myatt and Joey O'Brien, and O'Brien did seal the deal for them.
It's great passing inside. Two-man basketball. The assist to O'Brien and the two to Nick Neary.
Yeah, throughout this year, Joey O'Brien has just done a little bit of everything for the Explorers. He's passing well, he's rebounding well, and he's scoring.
It is loud in this building right now. The student section taking up a quarter of the entire gym. Samaj Stone couldn't hit it. Tipped up and in by Brandon Russell.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see a lot more of his number getting called out today. Russell got in some early foul trouble against the last matchup with the Explorers and was playing through the flu, so we can see what he can do today.
Is it a Michael Jordan flu game? Potentially. Let's see what Nick Parisi has to offer this afternoon. Still looking for his first touch offensively. Joey O'Brien glides to the rim.
Yeah, nice patience there by O'Brien, seeing the lane open up, just going with a nice little double clutch there. Some English.
Coach Ansel elected to go with the early pressure as Joey O'Brien at the top of that press.
Yeah, that's John
Forces a turnover.
That's the official over there calling that exactly right, Pat. That's a great call out by you, a 10-second violation induced by that matchup. Good crew here today. George Pavlo to go along with John Prespolewski and Bill McDougall. Neary all the way to the bucket, and it's blocked by Samaj Stone. Stone with no numbers, elects to go to Matt Johnson. That's a wild shot, and well defended by Hayes Altamare. Neary, everything but the finish, and Gallagher comes up with it. Good spin to the basket that time by Malik Hughes, who's been playing great basketball as the year has gone on.
Yeah, Hughes just does such great job with his post offense, especially with his footwork. I saw him play against very talented big Everett Barnes at Father Judge.
Hayes Altamare. It's been an answer every time down the floor for Archbishop Ryan. Really good game as LaSalle comes out in that man-to-man, working through screens at this point. Malik Hughes goes up against Will Bear. Good cut to the basket by Samaj Stone. And that's Archbishop Ryan running a half-court set that time, Pat, waiting for the double team. And an adept passer out of the post is Malik Hughes.
Yeah, and Samaj Stone is a really smart basketball player. We saw in the last matchup versus LaSalle, he made so many great passes, and he's just an overall great playmaker.
Will Bear hit a three on Silent Night to get the crowd going. Nick Parisi is 1 for 1 from the field. And LaSalle now, Alice, comes back with their own little bit of magic in the half court. That's a drawn-up set and a down screen for Nick Parisi.
Yeah, nice to see him looking good today. We know he's been out against O'Hara with the flu, but he looks good today.
Samaj Stone knifes his way to the basket. He's playing off 2 feet there, Pat.
Yeah, Samaj Stone is one of the many talented sophomore guards in the Philadelphia Catholic League. There's guys like Nick Neary, Max Ukabata, and Samaj Stone here today. Then there's Tyler Sutton, Corey Francis. There's just so many great guards in that 27 class.
Stone lost his footing, throw it away. Altamare, it's a dangerous pass, and he paid for it. Mark Anthony Gallagher pulls this one back. Listed on the program, by the way, is Mark Gallagher, but I've watched enough Archbishop Ryan basketball, and our buddy Ted Westervelt, Joe Sinai, Uncle Denny, our buddy, the most mysterious man in show business, that we know that he goes by Mark Anthony Gallagher. Brandon Russell pulls up for three. Parisi open for three, and that one won't go. Gallagher runs down that rebound. Johnson goes baseline, and it should be so that's an interesting call there. They got a jump ball with the possession to LaSalle. You know, is that enough joint possession there for Nick Parisi, or was it just a little slap? And then Johnson comes down with the basketball. Is that not a travel, Alex?
I wouldn't even call it a travel, but I did
Well, it's
think
one of the other.
Yeah, I thought it could have been a jump ball if he did get his hand on the ball long enough.
Yep. Nick Parisi there, good find inside for Nick Neary, who is going to go to the line for 2. Want to thank our buddy Huck Palmer for getting us about 2:30 here today. Year-end statistics for all these guys through the regular season. He does yeoman's work in that regard. And so we can tell you that he is 83% on the line, Nick Neary. And he goes 1 of 2 that time down. 10-8, 1:50 to play here first quarter. Really good one. Brewing from LaSalle High School. First home playoff game for LaSalle since 2019. And Russell traveled with it. That's a good call there. Talked about our officiating crew, George Pavlo, John Presbolinski, who has had games and finales, championship matchups at the Palestra. Bill McDougall also on the crew here this afternoon. O'Brien pulls up. Samaj Stone has been an impact player thus far for Archbishop Bryan. He came down with that carom. And another travel is called, this time against Malik Hughes. And Joe Zaglinski reading the lips there. He says slow down to his offense.
Substitution for the Explorers, number 35, Braden Arthur.
And we've seen Erfel just earn more minutes as the season progresses, and it's pretty seen why. Very good shooter on all 3 levels.
Erfel off the bounce. Tough shot for Braden Erfel. There's Nick Neary on the offensive glass. Tipped back for Nick Parisi for 3. That one didn't look good. But it's going to be an offensive rebound for Parisi. Thought he was hit. They play on, and it's Archbishop Bryan basketball. So setting the stage for a physical contest here tonight.
And I thought some of those shots maybe shouldn't have gone up there, Bob. Maybe a time for LaSalle to slow down and regain possession after the offensive rebound.
Well, that's interesting there, Pat, because we saw the Archbishop Bryan coaching staff saying the same thing. Both teams maybe a little bit out of sorts offensively.
Yeah, I totally agree with Alex on this one. You get a second chance, you even get a third chance, and they didn't really pull the ball out. They just kind of shot really quick, not a great shot. I'd like to see them maybe pull it back, run the offense, and get an easy bucket.
Archbishop Bryan may hold for 1 here. LaSalle bringing Okabata out in that zone. There comes the double on Mark Anthony Gallagher. Fortunate to avoid that double team. Down to 8 seconds. Open look for Matt Johnson for 3. Couldn't hit it. Samaj Stone couldn't come down with it. And we are playing physical basketball here tonight. Even the clank of the ceiling as Erfel tried to launch it down the floor. Nobody is safe from the physicality here tonight. It's a terrific effort by Okabata on the defensive glass to end the quarter. And yes, that clanked on, and I don't even know what that is. I think it's a projector. It's a good thing they had that encased. Otherwise, that projector was coming down. We're going to take a break and come right back here on Bob Long Sports.
Expectations are not just met, but exceeded. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer or a seasoned investor, their personalized approach and commitment to service make every real estate journey smooth and rewarding. Contact them today to get started on your next real estate adventure.
When your car needs repairs and you can't wait, Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right. And families have been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car care right.
Second quarter about to get underway. It's LaSalle 10, Archbishop Ryan 8. A first round playoff game. As we were alluding to in the first quarter, the first time since 2019, that game was a 3-6 matchup against Archbishop Carroll. LaSalle trailed 38-21 at the end of three quarters. Came back and won the game in regulation. Gallagher not close on that three-point attempt.
He's missed too early, but Gallagher's not a guy you want to keep letting shoot the ball. They'll
Good
go
cut.
in. They'll go in eventually for him.
Erfel pulls up, couldn't hit it. That was tipped. Oh, I thought that was tipped there, but apparently not. It'll go the other way.
Yeah, it looks like it was tipped a little bit there earlier by another LaSalle player, and then O'Brien got possession in the backcourt.
Never touched stone. Good call there. Boy, the length of this LaSalle zone. Samaj Stone does a really nice job creating an open look. And it's going the other way, Malik Hughes. Good check out there by the sophomore, Braden Erfel.
And number 5 from Archbishop Ryan, Seth Gay, will check into the game for Mark Anthony Gallagher. Gay, who picked up in some minutes this year, getting some varsity time. He's just earned more and more minutes as the season progressed. Such a great player.
And again, we love our guys at the Archbishop Ryan Basketball Network. They call him the microwave man because he heats up quick. Neary, he'll drive to the hoop. Couldn't hit it. Well defended there by Samaj Stone. Johnson, there's Seth Gay. Not that time, and it's off last touched. Oh, I don't know about that one.
Looks like it got right off the knee of Erfel. So unfortunate on the way down.
Alex had the call as off LaSalle. And a good call. Alex is on it. No surprise. Brandon Russell. Been frustrated by Joey O'Brien thus far, but done a nice job playing his role within the offense. Stone, and that's well defended. There was a back cut attempted there by Matt Johnson. Johnson, too strong. And this time it's Hayes Altamari with an all-star checkout.
Altamari said, "You're trying to get big with me?" Didn't like that.
Neary gives it up somehow for Braden Erfel. Give it right back for Okabata, who double clutches. It doesn't matter. So tough to hit that shot after double clutching there, Pat.
Yeah, Alex talked about it pregame off the air, but he predicted Max Okabata would make a few shots tonight, and we saw it right there.
There's a difference with Malik Hughes there. Okabata again goes baseline. Great skip pass. Altamari gives it back. Time to reset if you're LaSalle, I think, offensively, and they'll do just that. But Hughes on the other end doing his work off the ball ahead of time. By the time he gets that ball in that position, it's too deep, it's too challenging. It's a great job by Archbishop Ryan. This is the right pace here for LaSalle. When they get sped up, they turn the ball over. Okabata playing off those 2 feet. Tipped up in the air by Neary. It's a good look there for Max Okabata.
Yeah, nice defense there by Matt Johnson, just forcing, doing everything he can so Max doesn't get that shot in.
Nobody closed out. That's a mistake. Fortunate there for LaSalle that Brandon Russell didn't hit it. Boy, it's a nice crowd here today. Standing room only. Hayes Altamare spins his way home. 5-point lead is the largest in a very tight basketball game to this point. Nearly got the steal. Gay stays in bounds, and O'Brien picks up a personal. Bit of a frenetic sequence there. But LaSalle is flying around defensively, Alex.
Yeah, and it's just trying to get that steal, but nobody's recovering for that spot. They got fortunate there, even for just getting a foul.
When Archbishop Bryan is trying to pass the ball, sometimes we see that they have to pass it really high and slow. That gives LaSalle an opportunity to kind of reset their defense and regroup.
LaSalle in the 1-3-1. Samaj Stone pulls up, and that is a great shot if you're a LaSalle fan there, right? Not a lot of passing, not a lot of inside-out basketball. O'Brien, it's a good close out there by Archbishop Bryan, and now LaSalle can reset. O'Brien lets it fly, yes! And Archbishop Bryan just did not come out to guard O'Brien. Whether that's a mistake, Alex, or just something that they're electing to do, Joey O'Brien can shoot him right out of that mindset.
I mean, if they're going to let O'Brien shoot, they might just be looking at an L today, Bob. Definitely do not let O'Brien shoot. He'll make more than half of his shots.
Oh, that's a good look to the corner. But Russell just hasn't been his day thus far. And Neary is physical on the defensive glass. Matt Johnson picks up the personal, just the second team foul against Archbishop Bryan.
Guess he didn't like that move there by Parisi. Thought he would get in front of him. Gave him a little hug.
Little bear hug.
It's all good, all love.
All is fair in love and war. .240 to play. This game is moving. And it's 18-10, LaSalle with the lead. That's well defended there, but they took the chance, and Okabata makes them pay. And I don't know if that double was needed there, Pat. I actually thought the on-ball defender had Nick Parisi guarded very well.
Yeah, I agree, but Parisi recognized the double and got the ball to Okabata for a three.
Contact down low in the act of shooting, Malik Hughes. I want to highlight Samaj Stone. First off, another great cut off the ball, and then recognizes that the double team comes. Hughes on the cut. It's a really good pass.
Yeah, Stone just does such a great job noticing where the defenders are and where they aren't.
He immediately stands out to me.
Yeah, I saw Stone play a little bit with one of the legendary Philadelphia AAU programs at Kalo Elite, and Stone just does this during the high school season and during the AAU season. Such a great player.
2 for 2 from the line for Malik Hughes. Dangerous ball. And now numbers for LaSalle. And that's one you got to find a way to get a layup out of.
Yeah, and when in the 3-and-1 like that, somebody needs to backdoor there.
Nick Parisi couldn't hit it. Boy, that was a strong move. Gay. Extra one to the corner, but Parisi is there and into the first row. Great job defensively by Nick Parisi as LaSalle was overloaded on the near side of the floor. Well, listen, I think we can say twice now in 3 days, LaSalle's come out with a terrific defensive effort. Here's the question. Can they do it for 32 straight minutes against a Catholic League playoff opponent with a guy like Brandon Russell who can maneuver into the lane? Third team foul against LaSalle here in the quarter. That's the second against Will Bear.
Don't need another foul there from Bear. They're going to need him late.
Oh, it was nearly his third. Stone comes up with it. He couldn't hit it. Got his own rebound. And Anthony Gallagher for three. It's good. Garbage to gold for Archbishop Ryan. Feels like a huge bucket late in this second quarter. Parisi. And it's off his knee. That's a missed call, and I think John Presbolewski has to come in and make that call. He's on the far side of the floor. There was no window for that baseline official necessarily to see that. Keep an eye, right-hand side of your screen. That ball clearly goes off the knee of
Bob,
Nick Parisi.
I completely agree with you, and that's the reason why those sideline refs are there.
Great cut off the ball. Nick Neary, 8-point lead.
LaSalle's been very successful off the inbound. Coach Ansel just draws up plays to get Nick Neary layups again and again.
Now keep an eye, Joe Zaglinski loves to call a late timeout. Doesn't need it that time though as Malik Hughes puts it in. And now LaSalle can think about holding for the last shot. And that is the call as the Hayes Altamare finger goes in the air. One shot. Erfel is fouled. He was fouled, but that's dangerous there. When you're holding for one and you're driving into the lane, turning your back to the defense at 20 seconds on the clock.
Almost looked like Gay could have gotten the jump ball there.
Yep.
Very, very dangerous dribbling there by Erfel. Slow it down. One last shot.
I mean,
Just
you're
keep
thinking
it up.
about starting, Alex, with 12. I don't know that you need to be. And Joe Zaglinski is not happy. By the way, I don't blame him.
I think he's upset about the foul the player the foul was called on.
Yep.
It was obviously Seth Gay, and they called it on Malik Hughes, which was his second.
Yep, so I think they got that fixed. Neary. 8 seconds left. They've managed this possession well. Erfel, a good-looking shot. Down to three. Altamare got it off in time. And we'll go to half. It's a 23-17 game. A really good one here from LaSalle. We'll take a break and come back on the other side. You're watching LaSalle basketball and the Catholic League playoffs on Bob Long Sports.
Be a part of the biggest live events. The must-see matches. The game day celebrations. Experience live sports and entertainment the way they're meant to be seen. With Joe Hand Promotions, the global leader of live entertainment for bars, restaurants, and cinemas. With exclusive content relationships with the nation's largest sports and entertainment providers. In over 10,000 bars, restaurants, and cinemas across America. Make your business the place for the next must-see event.
More people are choosing Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove for the outstanding customer service and the extraordinary selection of Infiniti vehicles. Like the all-new 2025 QX80, it's unlike any luxury SUV you've ever experienced. With an all-new design and groundbreaking technology, the Infiniti QX80 has set a new standard in its class. Come experience the QX80 and the entire Infiniti lineup at Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove. To be sure.
Next Play Basketball is an AAU program in the greater Philadelphia area. They offer camps, clinics, and private training for boys and girls, 3rd to 11th graders. They teach the Next Play mentality to help athletes have success on and off the court. Next Play coaches focus on each player's development through high-level coaching and a competitive environment. If you would like to join the Next Play family, go to nextplaybasketball.com for more information. They are hosting spring tryouts on January 11th.
Show you a better way to spend your state income taxes and get the money to where it's needed to most to the thousands of qualified kids.
What we like about Blocks is they really know where the need is.
This program ensures that their dollars come 100% into these kids for their tuition assistance.
If you are able, Blocks makes the EITC piece go very quickly and very smoothly.
Turn your PA State tax liability into need-based scholarships and receive a 90% tax credit.
Sports fans, welcome to Gentili's. Before the game or after the game, you don't have to travel far anymore. Come out to Gentili's Pizza in Exton for the best cheesesteaks and pizza you'll ever eat in your life, and I guarantee it. Let me take you inside and show you what we're all about. I mean, come on, look at that cheesesteak. Sliced ribeye, sauteed fried onions on a beautiful Karanji seeded roll. Cooper sharp cheese. That, my friends, is a slam dunk. So come to Gentili's for your best cheesesteak that you ever had in your life. And this is the Charlie Pizza, got Pecorino Romano. And we top it off with a little hot honey. Gentili's Pizza, Exton, PA. Can't wait to see you after the game.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue, generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants.
All right, it's time for the $1,000 punt. Sponsored by the class of 2011 and their annual Bush League Open. We're adding a $59 bonus though. So in honor of the Eagles winning the Super Bowl, today's pot is $1,059. LaSalle money. You have to spend it in bookstore, tuition, fees, whatever. All right, we got Junior Ryan Pandozzi here. One putt, 94 feet. It's got to go through that hole. If you do it, $1,059. All right, we'll be back at this next year, I hope.
FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interests? Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Meet David and Kay May, a dynamic team with a shared mission to help you turn your real estate dreams into reality. What sets them apart? Their wealth of experience, combined with a genuine passion for guiding clients every step of the way. They believe everyone deserves personalized attention, fair treatment, and expert advice throughout the process, ensuring your journey is smooth and successful. David and Kay May go above and beyond to meet your needs.
Got to stop this commercial momentarily because our buddy Alex Shevchuk, who's been doing the broadcast with us for the last 3 years, yes, sir, there he is. He knows he's on camera right now. He's going to get one shot here at a half-court shot. Oh, right before him. No pressure, Alex. No pressure. Here we go. Oh! Everything but the bucket. Great job, Alex. That was awesome. All right, we'll be right back for the second half.
Ensuring expectations are not just met, but exceeded. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer or a seasoned investor, their personalized approach and commitment to service make every real estate journey smooth and rewarding. Contact them today to get started on your next real estate adventure.
When your car needs repairs and you can't wait, Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right. And families have been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car care right.
Be a part of the biggest live events. The must-see matches.
He's gone!
The game day celebrations. Experience live sports and entertainment the way they're meant to be seen. With Joe Hand Promotions, the global leader of live entertainment for bars, restaurants, and cinemas. With exclusive content relationships with the nation's largest sports and entertainment providers. In over 10,000 bars, restaurants, and cinemas across America. Make your business the place for the next must-see event.
Well, we had some fun at halftime there, didn't we? Alex Shevchuk got a chance at a half-court shot. It rimmed out, by the way. And Ryan Fandozzi from the LaSalle football team had a 94-foot putt that went begging. But we'll turn our attention to the game at hand. LaSalle leads 23-17. Pat Burkhead is with me. Alex Shevchuk is with me. Pat, what stood out in that first half to you?
Yeah, I think LaSalle was better inside. They rebounded better, and when they started to get a bigger by 6-point lead, I mean, they slowed it down. They played at their own tempo, and they scored based off of set plays that Coach Ansel wanted to run. They didn't rush it. They didn't turn over the ball, and they just played good basketball.
16 minutes to figure out who's going to either Kelly Fieldhouse on Thursday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon or Holy Family University at 7:30 to take on Roman Catholic. Parisi. It's good defense there on the ball by Matt Johnson. Joe Ziglinski very good at coming out of the locker room with adjustments. Again, we've called him a tactician at times in the past. Loves to run those half-court sets. And that one is blocked by Malik Hughes. Nicely done there on the help defense coming from the weak side block. Another look here, though. Joey O'Brien and Neary a couple times have played two-man basketball. The give and go created a nice opportunity at the rim. Better defense. O'Brien, not that time. He's 1 for 3 from behind the arc.
And the shot didn't look off by anything, just a little bit short. I'm sure he'll knock down the next one.
Scoring for Archbishop Bryan, Malik Hughes led the scorers with 8, led all scorers, in fact. Russell is poked away from him, able to get it back, and a timeout is called by Joe Zaglinski. It's a good first defensive possession by LaSalle. Samaj Stone with 4 points. Mark Anthony Gallagher had the triple, and Brandon Russell had 2. Max Okabata leads the LaSalle Explorers with 6 points. Joey O'Brien with 5. Nick Parisi with 3. Hayes Altamare has 5. And Nick Neary with 5. A very balanced effort from the Explorers of LaSalle. This portion of today's game brought to you by Riley, Rakowski, and Malloy Funeral Home, an enthusiastic supporter of LaSalle athletics. Andrew Buda Rakowski sends his best to head coach Ryan Ansel, the student athletes, and the LaSalle program as a whole. Riley, Rakowski, and Malloy, a proud sponsor of our coverage. And make sure to head over to the Great American Pub next time you are in the area. The Chuck Hampshire and the whole Hampshire family, big supporters of what we do. We really appreciate him and what they're able to do for us. 3 locations, Phoenixville, Wayne, and Conshohocken. Go to the Great American Pub and tell them that Bob Long Sports sent you. Out of the timeout for Archbishop Bryan. Russell. Just those 2 points, as we mentioned, but Samaj Stone, he couldn't hit it. Joey O'Brien with just enough to impact the shot. Good catch there by Will Bear. And turns and fires up floor. Nicely done to reset the offense.
Almost 2 minutes into the second half. Sal still up by 6, playing slow.
Lost the basketball. O'Brien trying to chase down Matt Johnson. And Johnson able to induce, and I think that's the verb here we're going to use, induced that contact to Joey O'Brien. That's the second personal against Joey O'Brien, team's first here in the third quarter. Johnson 72% from the line on the year.
That one was far left.
0 for 2. That time down the floor.
And Joey O'Brien's hustle saved him 2 points there. If he doesn't hustle back and make him earn it at the line, he's probably making a layup.
O'Brien, travel.
Yeah, it looks like he just picked up that pivot foot just so barely. Still a travel, though.
Ryan Ansel thought that he kept that foot down. Yeah, he did. Yeah, Alex, I tell you what, get out there in the stripes. I see you're wearing a stripe shirt underneath that quarter zip. Absolutely right. Just a little hop with that I did not catch in live time. Russell. He missed it as well, and Joey O'Brien is continuing to impact shots at the rim, even if he's not getting a block on it. Hayes Altamare. Boy, he's getting bear hugged inside. Nick Neary.
Johnson didn't like the matchup. Switch with Stone.
Yeah, that was nicely done.
But Bear's going to like his matchup.
Hayes Altamare couldn't hit it. They doubled down on Will Bear and didn't close out on Hayes Altamare. Mark Anthony Gallagher loves to get to that left shoulder and kind of pull up on the left-handed dribble. And LaSalle turned it over going too fast. You know, some guys are really good spot-up shooters, and Mark Anthony Gallagher can do that, but getting off the dribble, and then here's another look. And O'Brien and Parisi just were not on the same page. We've
seen multiple times this season when LaSalle goes up and the other team maybe hits a few buckets, has some momentum. They start to speed up, sometimes turn the ball over, and the game gets even closer than it has to be.
Mark Anthony Gallagher hits a triple. 1 point game, 5 minutes to go, third quarter. It's a 5-0 run by Archbishop Ryan to start the quarter. Neary ends that.
Yeah, nice job there by Neary, just opening up his hand and putting the ball high off the glass. Very mature move from the sophomore.
Gallagher, now they get the switch. Let's see if they attack this with Russell. Can LaSalle find a way to switch back? Gallagher throws it off somebody's leg. That was Johnson, and it's last touched by Matt Johnson. Boy, it's a good job there by LaSalle defensively. O'Brien had to hedge there, but gets himself back into the play enough to force a tough pass.
Halfway, almost halfway through this third quarter. LaSalle up by 3. Looking to slow it down.
Okabata, that's a strong catch on a tough pass. Okabata, that one's blocked by Malik Hughes. Kind of driving into trouble there. Russell, and Will Bear is called for the personal foul. Listen, you bring your hand down, you put the official in a position, but if you got the right vantage point on that, boy, that looked pretty clean.
Yeah, Bob, and I'm going to have to agree with you there. You could hear it from up here, just Bear smacking the ball out of Russell's hands. This could get Russell going.
Did I see that right? That board
Yeah, I saw it
said
too.
Joey O'Brien, his third. Matt Paul. O'Brien on that foul? Yeah, so we got confirmation. Yeah, Will Bear was the one in the area. So Joey O'Brien picks up that personal foul call. So it wasn't on the slap down. It must have been some body contact. I just didn't see it. That's a huge call in this game. Parisi stays with it. It's blocked. Good kick out. Hayes out to Mare. Not that time. Neary pulls it down again, and he's fouled. Nick Neary, ladies and gentlemen, is taken over on the glass. He got that first rebound. It's a great look for Hayes out to Mare. And just out-muscles Brandon Russell. You don't see that very often. Back cut, and that's an ambitious pass. .320 to go. First to 40 wins. What do you think? Third quarter action here on Bob Long Sports.
What an intense atmosphere here today. Win or go home. Both teams just done such a good job this season in the PCL, and obviously before PCL play have been playing great together. It's going to hurt to see one of these teams go.
I think you are seeing high-level defense here. The only thing is a couple of open threes on each side haven't gone, but when you grind this hard for buckets like that and like that, sometimes they're all not going to go, even the open ones. Samaj Stone working hard on the defense, make that offensive glass that time for him. Dangerous. That's really good defense there by Brandon Russell. Will Bear is open for 3. You know he can hit it. Didn't do it that time, and a good check out by Hughes. So Archbishop Ryan has come on the road. They trailed by 8 at one point. I think it was even as much as 11. And they've come back to take a 1-point lead. Quiet this crowd a little bit. Trying to build on that momentum. Samaj Stone couldn't hit it. That's tipped out of his hands. What a job by Stone, but now numbers for LaSalle. Great look for Nick Neary. The assist to Nick Parisi. And Ryan Ansel calls timeout.
Yeah, just great job by Parisi, just noticing where the defense is threading the needle, getting it right through the defense, right to Neri on the block. Nice pass there by Parisi.
This portion of today's game brought to you by Salle Dermatology and Dr. Mary Griffin, offering comprehensive medical and cosmetic skin care, providing early detection and treatment of skin cancer, treatment of all skin conditions, and many cosmetic options to reduce sun damage and help you love your skin. Visit them online at SalleDermatology.com or call Dr. Mary Griffin at 610-664-3300. And want to thank Mishak Physical Therapy for sponsoring today's telecast as well. Treating his community with physical therapy and chiropractic care for 20 years. Mishak Physical Therapy has many specialties, including sports injury treatment and concussion treatment, with 5 clinics conveniently located throughout Berks, Montgomery, and Chester counties. Mishak Physical Therapy has direct access, meaning no referral is needed for most insurances, and they accept most insurance plans. Appointments are available 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. all locations most days. Visit them online at mishakpt.com or call 610-327-2600 for new patient scheduling. (27-26). LaSalle with the lead at home. Full court pressure out of that timeout. Well broken by Archbishop Ryan. Kick out for 3. Mark Anthony Gallagher is heating up.
And Mark Anthony Gallagher just being the special factor for this Archbishop Ryan team here, seated right next to his parents. He's doing such a great job, and they're very happy to see him play.
Erfel, he can knock him down from 3 as well. Okabata's hit a couple of triples here today. So good at getting into the lane. Matt Johnson picks up the personal foul. And Joe Zaglinski is incensed, saying, where is that on the other side? Second personal foul against Matt Johnson. Erfel, nobody closes out. Out to Mare. That one doesn't go, and the corner 3 has been open for him. Samaj Stone just beats the defense down the floor. Easy here if you're LaSalle. 1-on-5. Get into the offense. Okabata, boy, I tell you what, tough no call there. O'Brien, he's going to dart into the lane, and he's fouled. Samaj Stone. One more look at this one. I don't know that I see the argument here from Archbishop Ryan. I mean, Joey O'Brien just got hit, clocked on the shoulder there. We're going to slow it down again. We'll let you know what happens on the free throw here. But watch the right arm of Samaj Stone. This is going to come down and hit him across the right shoulder up near the face area. There's really not much argument there.
Yeah, Bob, and like I said, if the foul affects the shot or messes up his range of motion, then it's a foul. Good call there by the referees.
Julian McFadden comes to the scorer's table.
And he was a part of that defensive performance against Cardinal O'Hara. McFadden had a steal, a block, and a jump ball force. All back-to-back-to-back plays.
2 of 2, and now Pat Burkhead with us here as well. A big 48 seconds left, and Will Bear will check in, and Joey O'Brien with the 3 personal fouls will check out.
Yeah, LaSalle went down 4 there, and those were 2 very important free throws from Joey O'Brien. It was crucial that he made those 2, and he came up with them.
Gallagher, nobody closes out. Fortunate that time is LaSalle. Neary. Good job to handle that double team. 25 seconds left and a travel. Boy, you got 24 seconds left, holding for 1. That's not a good turnover. Not a good turnover if you're a LaSalle fan.
Yeah, definitely.
But Okabata got it right back. He was hit and will shoot 2. Well, there's making up for it.
Bob, I won't even say anything about it. He made it up for himself.
He
Max
sure
Okabata.
did. You love that. Wow.
Such an athletic player.
That is a ridiculously athletic play. One more look at that. I mean, that range of motion, put him at safety. My goodness.
Head coach Brett Gordon.
Yeah.
His eyes lit up over there, right on the baseline. But Okabata, remember the name. We'll bring it back to this stream.
1 of 2. 20 seconds left here in the quarter. Archbishop Ryan will likely hold for one. Yep, Joe Zaglinski calls timeout. He likes to do it anyway at about 10 seconds left, 11 seconds left, but that one a bit more under duress, Alex.
Yeah, Russell almost got a turnover there. Playing against 2 defenders, barely getting across half court. It's a pretty good timeout there for the Archbishop Ryan Raiders.
Time for us to tell you about our friends at E&M Insurance, an independent local insurance agency serving the area's business and personal insurance needs. Owned and operated by Chris Marr, class of 1989. Servicing the Delaware Valley's insurance needs since 1988. Built on the principles of providing superior customer service and quality insurance solutions for their customers. They're an independent agent, meaning they work with a select group of highly rated insurance companies that have proven their performance over the years. Look for them online at eandminsurance.com or call them at 215-368-9556. Pat, thoughts here? Final 10.5 seconds left in this third quarter. It's a 1-point game. What does Archbishop Ryan draw up coming out of the huddle?
Yeah, I think Russell hasn't been scoring as well as he usually does. I think maybe a look to him could get some confidence going for him.
Seven seconds left in the quarter. Johnson. So that's interesting. I got Julian McFadden trying to take a foul there. LaSalle had 3 fouls to give, and I thought McFadden was trying to make that clear that he was looking for a foul from the official there. And then instead, gets to the bucket. That foul wasn't called near the 3-point line, and instead it becomes a shooting foul for Matt Johnson. It's another big one here late in the third quarter. Would you agree, Alex? He's trying to take that foul, show the official that? I guess you got to make it more demonstrative and more, not intentional isn't the word, but.
If you were going to foul him when he's getting past the 3-point line once you're in that painted area.
I thought that's what he was trying to do. But you're right, I guess didn't make it enough. 1.9 to play. A long heave. It's a decent look. He was hit. Oh, my goodness. One more look. And Ryan Ansell is in the face of the official. What a play. Mark Anthony Gallagher had his arm wrapped around Parisi. Wow. We go to the fourth. Wow. No call on the play. It's a 3-point lead for Archbishop Ryan. There's plenty of time on the clock as Parisi lets that go. One more look. Slow it down even slower. Again, as we kind of get back into pixelation here, hard to tell. Boy, but that hand to Mark Anthony Gallagher looks like it's in the cookie jar there, Alex.
Bob, I'm just going to go off of what you're saying. As a LaSalle student, couldn't give you much input on there. I don't think Pat could either.
Yeah.
Well, this portion of today's game brought to you by Mishak Physical Therapy, treating his community with physical therapy and chiropractic care for 20 years, with many specialties including sports injury treatment and concussion treatment. Direct access meaning that no referral is needed for most insurances and they accept most insurance plans. Visit them online at misshockpt.com or call 610-327-2600 for new patient scheduling. Fourth quarter, here we go. One of these two teams will get to the next round, and Archbishop Bryan takes a 5-point lead early on. Okabata gets to the rim. Blocking foul is called against Brandon Russell, and that's one that I might take some issue with. Thought Brandon Russell was in legal guarding position before Okabata rose. Maybe he starts to lean back there, Alex, right at the end.
Yeah, Max Okabata, that is a scary, scary fall.
He just gets so much lift off the ground. They'll get the training staff over to take a look at Max Okabata. Max Okabata being helped up. We're going to give him the decency of the moment, and we'll be right back.
More people are choosing Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove for the outstanding customer service and the extraordinary selection of Infiniti vehicles. Like the all-new 2025 QX80, it's unlike any luxury SUV you've ever experienced. With an all-new design and groundbreaking technology, the Infiniti QX80 has set a new standard in its class. Come experience the QX80 and the entire Infiniti lineup at Faulkner Infiniti.
Back to live action. Okabata was helped off the floor. Braden Erfel checks in his place, hits the first.
Yeah, Braden Erfel, another sophomore, and this really shows the future this LaSalle program has. I'd like to mention the freshman team went undefeated after they defeated Cardinal O'Hara yesterday. So LaSalle has a bright future.
It's a big miss there by Gallagher and a big pull down by Braden Erfel. Nick Parisi really has not gotten going here today. Been bottled up by Archbishop Bryan. Erfel given a little bit of space. Here comes Russell the other way. Gallagher, he'll try it again. That one is no good. Stone brings it down. And Hughes give him an offensive rebound and 2 points. Largest lead for Archbishop Bryan at 6. Neary, he got his own rebound, keeps it inbounds. O'Brien, yes, big finish. He would not be denied. 4-point game, good place to double. Hughes, blocking foul is called as Heza Tamare slides. Hughes will shoot 2 at the line. They don't like it here. I think that's the right call.
Yeah, you can see he's kind of moving backwards, kind of anticipating the charge already. Just moving slightly too early.
This crowd is getting loud.
A little bit similar to the one Brandon Russell wasn't happy with.
Yep.
Just a little bit of movement early, and it's the right call.
Malik Hughes, 66% shooter from the line on the season. 2 for 2. Give away. Nick Neary. Nice job there by Hughes. Gallagher finishes, and now it's an 8-point lead. Largest of the contest. Timeout on the floor. And Archbishop Bryan starting to turn over LaSalle. They can start to smell a trip to either St. Joe's Prep or Roman Catholic. This portion of today's game brought to you by Bala Dermatology and Dr. Mary Griffin, offering comprehensive medical and cosmetic skin care, providing early detection and treatment of skin cancer, treatment of all skin conditions, and many cosmetic options to reduce sun damage and help you love your skin. Visit them online at baladermatology.com or call Dr. Mary Griffin at 610-664-3300. So that is a 26-10 run for Archbishop Ryan, since it was 23-15 LaSalle with 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Still 6 minutes left of game to go. Still a lot of time for this game to end up.
Yeah, and LaSalle cannot panic. They just have to take it one basket at a time, not rush it, don't turn the ball over.
O'Brien, that's a good cut, a good pass. Neary thought he was hit. That'll stay here. They are letting him play inside. One more look as Neary comes up with it. Defense got the ball. And that'll stay here. Fortunate for LaSalle. Samaj Stone, heck of a defensive play. Gallagher pulls at the back of Nick Parisi. Joe Zaglinski quotes, what is he supposed to do? He's asking John Presbolinski, who made the call. Neary. Altamare, good defense there by Brandon Russell. Will Bear, yes, he got that one to fall. It's a 6-point game and allows LaSalle to pick up full court. Good use of the middle of the floor by Archbishop Ryan. They're going to get a good look out of it. Blocked by Joey O'Brien. O'Brien leads the way. Parisi, a deep one. In and out, but guess who? Nick Neary. Altamare. Yes! 3-point game. Timeout. And I think it's just an official's timeout, so we're going to get right back to action. Gives us a chance to look at this one. Offensive rebound, kick out, Puppies organized.
And Altamare already knew it was going in.
Kicked by Nick Parisi. And it all starts with Joey O'Brien retreating defensively and getting a block on one end, creating the breakout.
What about him getting the block and getting the ball right away?
That's tonight's block of the night. Archbishop Ryan trying to take some air out of the basketball, take some time off the clock. Hughes. Mark Anthony Gallagher with the answer. And they were just lulling LaSalle to sleep. Get the ball to the middle of the zone. The corner is open. Defense collapses, and Gallagher knocks it stiff from the corner. Huge three.
I mean, what is the answer to this very lengthy, very hard LaSalle defense? In the zone, Mark Anthony Gallagher in the corner. His shot is automatic. Wow.
Portion of today's game brought to you by Riley Rakowski and Malloy Funeral Home. An enthusiastic supporter of LaSalle athletics, Andrew Buddha Rakowski sends his best to Coach Ryan Ansel, the student athletes, and the LaSalle basketball program as a whole. Riley Rakowski and Malloy Funeral Home, a proud sponsor. And then E&M Insurance, local independent agency serving the area's business and personal insurance needs. Owned and operated by Chris Marr, class of 1989. E&M Insurance has been servicing the Delaware Valley's insurance needs since 1988. Built on the principles of providing superior customer service and quality insurance solutions for their customers. They can help provide solutions for your business or personal insurance on all levels, excelling at providing the best coverage at the best rates. Look for them online at eandminsurance.com or call them at 215-368-9556. Boy, just had a stat handed to us. This is something else. How about Nick Neary with 15 rebounds on the night, 11 of the offensive variety. keeping LaSalle in the game.
And he's doing this not at a height over 6'3", but at 6'1". This linebacker got some strength to him.
Gallagher fouls Nick Parisi in the act of shooting. Parisi runs off that screen so well and then able to dart with that strong right hand getting into the lane. Parisi at 75% on the year, knocks them both down. We got an eternity to go in this one. He'll take a seat. Playing through, not being 100%. Let's call it what it is after being sick over the weekend. Double team there by LaSalle on Samaj Stone. And they got a foul on Max Okabata. I know you hate it, folks. I think that's the right one there.
Yeah, and he just poked his hip out, just obviously calling the blocking foul, moving, giving some contact. Stone had nowhere to go.
Although he just got a foul called on him, it's nice to see Max Okabata back on the court looking healthy.
Blocking foul called on Joey O'Brien. He's picked up his fourth. Again, the question is legal guarding position there. Boy, he might have had both feet on the ground in legal guarding position before he caught the basketball. But that's a tough call. Feet on the ground. I don't know if he actually had both feet on the ground. That's a tough call there. That might have been the right one. And tough to call at live speed. LaSalle needs a stop in the defensive half court. Mark Anthony Gallagher has hit a couple big ones from beyond the arc. And Archbishop Bryan is looking to take air out of the basketball. Run a half court set and then get a good look. Johnson turns into a double team. Pulled away. And they got a foul against LaSalle. Boy, that's a tough one to reward. If it's Okabata, I guess I can see that one. He's coming around. But Hayes Altamara is close to getting a hand on that basketball as well. Tough game to officiate, no doubt about it. It's well defended. Hughes, wild shot. It won't go. Here comes O'Brien the other way. Remember, Nick Parisi is out of the game right now, sitting at the scorer's table. 4-point deficit for LaSalle. Altamare and O'Brien. Will Bear thought about the three. Tough pass. Tough pass there from Will Bear looking for Nick Neary. Here comes Russell the other way. And Archbishop Bryan is in no rush. Okabata picks up the personal foul. To the line now goes Matt Johnson. Bonus time the rest of the way for Archbishop Bryan.
Johnson shooting 71.8% from the charity stripe this season.
I think he's 0 for 3 here tonight, if my memory serves.
I do believe he made some.
Okay.
I think he did miss 2.
You're right.
He did miss 2.
You're right. For LaSalle, it's about valuing the basketball at this point. Every possession has to count for something. You have to get a good shot. They did not get a good shot on the last possession. Finding a way to win games late. Altamare, that's a good look. Thought he was hit. He got hit that time, and he'll shoot 2.
And if they want anybody on the charity stripe for LaSalle, it'd be that guy. Altamare shooting over 80% for the season. Also, if our guy Jack was here, he would tell you, Hayes Altamari, an awesome practice free throw shooter. Seems like I jinxed it there, Bob.
An 81% free throw shooter on the year. Missed them both, but Okabata comes down with it. 3-point game. LaSalle is attacking the offensive glass. 2 minutes to go. One team is going home, and one team will be 32 minutes from the Palestra. It's anybody's ball game. Brandon Russell with 100 seconds left. Russell off the bounce. Double team on Matt Johnson. Gallagher now, timeout. It's a beautiful job by Joe Zaglinski. That's a way to peel 30 seconds off the clock and just restart, right? No shot clock at the high school level. This team is managing their way towards end of game situations.
Yeah, Bob, a very, very valuable 30 seconds. Not what this LaSalle team needs right now. They are down 3 with 1:30 left in the game, and they're on defense. And like you said, we're in the PIAA, so no shot clock. So either it's going to have to be a really good defensive possession, or it might have to end up as a foul.
It was a wild sequence, so we're going to go back to it. When Joey O'Brien made that huge block on Samaj Stone, it led to a Hayes Altamari 3 on the other end. That is our Blocks block of the game. Thanks to Blocks, where you can turn your PA tax liability into need-based scholarships to support your local Catholic school and receive a 90% tax credit refund for doing so. Visit blocks.com/tax credit. It is a terrific program, and everybody that supports the Philadelphia Catholic League should be doing it. It's the easiest program, a terrific 90% refund, and you're going to support your school directly. Could not recommend it higher. Trouble getting it in, and Bear nearly got the steal. 1:22 to go. Archbishop Bryan is in the bonus.
O'Brien has no more fouls to give.
It's got to be somebody else. Into the hand of Samaj Stone. That's a good place to double. Instead, they send him to the foul line. I think they had guys that they were okay fouling and send to the line, and guys that they did not. But that's Samaj Stone going to the line. He is a 44% foul shooter. So that is a mathematical play there by LaSalle.
And with that student section, I think it's going to help.
Discipline. Discipline there by LaSalle, not fouling Russell, Johnson, or Gallagher. Waiting till the ball got in the hands of Samaj Stone. Loudest this barn has been all day. Got it. 1 of 2 for Samaj Stone. You do not need a 3 here if you're LaSalle. You need a good bucket. Okabata, though, open for 3. O'Brien, and they let it play on. Parisi fouls Mark Anthony Gallagher with 52 seconds left. First personal foul against Nick Parisi. Gallagher, is this right? 9 for 9 on the year. How's that? Doesn't get there much, but the sweet stroke you see from beyond the three-point line is the stroke you see here.
Still got plenty of game for LaSalle to get a comeback.
Neary. What a rebound by Samaj Stone. Gallagher He's just going to take the foul. Yep, he's going to absorb the contact and shoot two with 41 seconds left. And Archbishop Bryan can start to feel it. Of note, and if anybody is waiting to watch the Bonner Wood game, we're going to give you a 10-second warning on a spoiler alert, but this directly affects seeding. In and out, so we missed them both. We'll hold that for now. 40 seconds left. O'Brien got to the rim, he was hit. Neary couldn't come up with it. Russell is fouled before the contact. Boy, they let him play down there on the other end without any shadow of a doubt. And Archbishop Bryan came up with the 50-50 ball. They're in a position now to move on. And as mentioned, the aforementioned spoiler alert. Long way to go, but 8 minutes ago we got an update that Archbishop Wood leads Bonner Prendergast 55-45 after 3 quarters. With an Archbishop Wood win, that is the lowest or the highest, if we want to say, in numbers, right? The last team to get in of the teams that win in this playing round, they reseed. And so if Archbishop Wood wins, they know that they can only play St. Joe's Prep. The winner of this game would go to Holy Family to play Roman Catholic. Offensive rebound for O'Brien, puts it up wildly. O'Brien can't believe there wasn't a call, but Samaj Stone comes down with it. And Archbishop Bryan is feeling it. Well on their way. They just muscled up inside. I mean, LaSalle still on the whole dominated the glass. But Pat, they did not let LaSalle get easy buckets inside.
Yeah, and this is the Catholic League. You have to expect a really tough game from Archbishop Bryan. They came out, they played really tough, and overall outplayed LaSalle. They rebounded the ball better. I think the player that stood out the most for me was Gallagher. He just hit so many clutch threes where just killed LaSalle, and it's a guy you can't let shoot.
Who do we go talk to, Alex?
I think there's one person that you have to, and his name is Mark Anthony Gallagher. It's been the X factor for this Archbishop Bryan team, and
yeah, it might be this guy too, Samaj Stone.
So you have to get both of them, Bob.
This will be the end of the season here for LaSalle. It was a great second year for Ryan Ansell. 6 wins in the league, better than the 5 total combined wins from the 2 years prior to that. The next goal is to win one of these playoff games. Braden Erfel with a 3 in the corner. Timeout. 7.8 seconds left. And again, now here's what you think about. Great that you're within 5. If you get another bucket, you need another timeout in the can. I think they have it. But because the clock does not stop after made baskets at the high school level, and you're down, you have to think about keeping timeouts ready. Because even if you score here, right, okay, if you score in the next 0.5 seconds and the ball bounces around for a little bit and then Archbishop Bryan collects and starts the 5 seconds, that can be it. So LaSalle takes the timeout now. They have to. They're going to need to get a steal right away and go from there. While we are at it, Archbishop Wood 61, Bonner Prendergast 51, 3:24 to play, 4th quarter, on the road in Drexel Hill. So you could have 2 road teams win the 2 play-in games, the 2 first-round matchups here in the Catholic League playoffs. And you have Archbishop Bryan slated to go to Holy Family to play Roman Catholic, a venue where they had a 15-point lead 2 days ago in the first half that they end up squandering and losing. But you have to think that they're comfortable going back to that venue.
A few friends did tell me that Devin Nelson didn't play for Bonner, so that's a big loss for them. He's a really good guard, committed to Millersville.
And for LaSalle, you think about the guys like Hayes, Altamare, they're trying to foul him. And Ryan Ansell's asking John Prespolinski, what took so long? But LaSalle is out time here. So you think about the seniors, Nick Parisi, Hayes Altamare, Cole Santiago, and even late in the season, Julian McFadden getting some good run. And even think about Joey O'Brien and Grayson McHugh and what their futures hold for them, as they are juniors but on to terrific heights on the football field. So it could be a new look LaSalle Explorer team. But one last moment for these seniors on the floor together that have given so much to this program. Will Bear, a senior who can run a 50 flat in the 400, contributed in an entirely enormous way for this program down the stretch. O'Brien got it at the horn, and a timeout is called first. Will they put time on the clock? It looks like they will put just a couple of tenths of a second, perhaps. And so the story here today will be Archbishop Ryan. Joe Zaglinski continues to coach him up. Got this team to the Catholic League Championship last year. They lost in absolutely excruciating fashion. But he's returned almost nobody. Brandon Russell was second or third man off the bench for most of the time last year, Alex. And now he's their star. Samaj Stone has stepped into a great role. Malik Hughes had a great game here today. Mark Anthony Gallagher hit the biggest shots when needed. When LaSalle got it to one possession, it was Gallagher hitting the big triple. And if he can stay hot, that will be a very difficult matchup for Roman Catholic on Thursday night. 0.8 seconds left. And that one is touched, and that'll do it. Archbishop Ryan, the 9 seed, goes on the road and pulls off an elusive road playoff win. Ends LaSalle's season and heads to likely Holy Family University to take on Roman Catholic. These guys will continue the conversation as I grab some of the Archbishop Ryan Raiders.
Well, what a game here in the PCL play-in, going to the quarterfinal. And based off this Archbishop Wood game, which is looking like 67-57 Wood with a minute 40 to go, Archbishop Ryan will be taking on Roman Catholic at Holy Family University.
A little bit of talk between the LaSalle students and some players from Archbishop Ryan.
And what a game here today, Pat. Did not look like what we thought it would be. Early, LaSalle had a lead, and they just, Mark Anthony, as you can see over here, just excelled. I can't hear you. You got it?
On the board.
Oh, my fault.
You're good. Got me now?
Talk one more time.
Archbishop Ryan winners here today in a first-round Philadelphia Catholic League playoff game. Mark Anthony Gallagher, Samaj Stone with us here. Head coach Joe Zaglinski.
Can't hear.
Still nothing?
Oh.
Now we're back. As we were 13 games in, thought we figured this out at some point. Mark Anthony Gallagher, Samaj Stone with us. Let's start with you, Mark. Some huge triples. One when LaSalle had cut it back to one possession. That corner three to beat the zone. How did it go so well for you?
My teammates are just trusting me. They've trusted me all season. I miss shots, I make shots. They just keep giving me the ball. That's what it is. We're family. We keep playing together. Keep trusting each other.
And Samaj, for you, to get inside and to control the glass, certainly at times, and to be able to get the tough buckets. Felt like it was a big momentum shifter in this game. How is it that you're comfortable in an environment like this in a playoff atmosphere?
I mean, it started my coach. My coach made me feel comfortable, and then it started on defense, man. Defense win games.
Yeah, I mean, the race to 50, right? And you guys won it. And so you guys are down 23-17 at half. Didn't get a ton going offensively. How did that turn in the second half?
You know, every halftime it's a message from Joe, and we keep that energy and we keep going positive. It's a new half. It's a new game. We just push forward from there.
You guys probably are not aware, but at least at the moment, Archbishop Wood has a lead on Bonner Prendergast. That would send you to Holy Family if that final ends up that way to face Roman Catholic. You were just there 2 days ago. What did you learn in that contest?
That we can't let up. We can't let up at all. Yeah.
Well, can't let up. I tell you what, absolutely, Mark. For you, a chance to do this with your brothers. You guys had a ton of success last year, right back in the playoffs and another postseason win. What's it mean for the program?
We're just making another step to the palestra. That's the goal. The end goal is to get there, and we're going to get there this year.
32 minutes away, guys. Thanks for your time. We'll steal your coach for a minute. Enjoy the win. Thanks, guys. Joe, congrats. Tough venue to come in here on right after school. They brought the students. How did you guys do it here today?
Yeah, I thought it was a toughness win. Shots weren't falling. Some of our best offensive players didn't have their best nights, but I thought it started on the defensive end, and those two guys, Samaj was all over the court today. Credit to him, and Mark knocked down big shots. And Malik played within himself. Wasn't trying to do too much. He finished when the opportunity was there, and I'm just proud of how they fought in the second half and responded.
It's the quickest regular season in sports, 40 days and 40 nights, but at the same time, that first matchup here feels like an eternity ago. What did you guys learn from that early season skid to get to this point?
Yeah, I thought we learned a lot of lessons in our losses. We had the lead, in quite a few games against the top teams in the league, and we just couldn't finish. Turned it over too much in the second half, and I thought today, we did a good job controlling the pace in the second half and, limiting our turnovers. And I think first half we had probably 6 or 7. I don't think we had many in the second half, and I think that was the difference.
Physical contests, I thought. You know how physical LaSalle is. We see how physical you guys are. Is that something you knew was going to be the flavor of the night?
Yeah, I mean, they're a really good team, a veteran team, tough as nails, and that was we were preaching all for one day. We only had a day to prepare, but it was going to be a fight all night. The limit paint touches for them, and we had to keep them off the glass. And I thought we did a better job in the second half of that.
Well, yeah, as time goes along, not much time to prepare. You get a full 48 hours now, so congratulations on that. Feels like a lot with how the last couple of days went, but congrats on the win, and thanks for spending some time with us.
Yeah, thanks, Bob. Appreciate it.
That's Joe Zaglinski with us. Thanks to him. We'll send it back to you guys to close up shop.
And that goes the season for the LaSalle Explorers, and Archbishop Ryan will move on to play Roman Catholic at Holy Family University after Archbishop Wood knocks off Bonner Prendergast at home. Pretty exciting game going on.
Yeah, definitely, Alex. And this LaSalle team, this isn't the last time we'll hear their name. They're going to come back just as strong next year. They have a lot of great sophomores and some great freshmen that should contribute in the future.
Yeah, a lot of guys looking forward to the future at this LaSalle team. Many years to go for them, still freshmen and sophomore, but they'll be waiting to get this Archbishop Ryan team next year. I can tell you that, Pat.
Yeah, definitely.
Guys, thank you for helping us out. Alex, it's been a pleasure, man. Senior, it's been a heck of a ride with you. Oliver couldn't be here today, but, man, you guys are two of a kind, and we'll miss you. Miss the heck out of you. Best of luck at the next level, man.
I'll speak for Oliver as well, but what I couldn't tell you is that we wouldn't have done it with anyone else, and it's probably been one of the best journeys, if not the best journey, that I've had here at LaSalle, and I'm very happy and grateful, especially Oliver as well, to join on the bus. We're very happy to do it, and we couldn't ask anyone else to do it too.
I appreciate that. Well done. And Pat, we'll just keep the train rolling, buddy. We'll in these guys' stead. We'll be thinking of them, and you guys are always part of the family, Alex and Oliver. So we'll say adieu here from LaSalle for the last time. LaSalle drops a tough one. Archbishop Ryan, they went out there and won it. No doubt about it. And they will travel to Holy Family University. It's now official. It's to take on Roman Catholic on Thursday night. So for Alex, for Pat, I'm Bob. Thanks, everyone, for being with us all year long for Bob Long Sports and LaSalle Athletics. Take care.